times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
All right, in review of the game, really pleased with how our defense played. Really did a good job stopping the run for a team last week. They had to run the ball extremely effective against a really good Florida team. So that was a big challenge for us. And it was great to see. And the game it ended up being an unusual feeling game for us in our 2 years, where we are playing really good on defense. We're limited on offense with, so many skilled guys out. So once we got the lead, we kind of played that way, even punting at midfield. And it was good to see that work, even though the book doesn't say it, but the book also doesn't know how you feel during the game, that your defense is playing like that. And so, I don't remember that happening here where we punt them deep and then get it back 3 plays later. So that was a good feeling. It would be awesome if our defense kept playing like this and we could play to our defense. I think that, we're a good team that could be great. And that's if we play well and if we get guys back on offense, because he is playing without a lot of people. And even some people playing in there are not 100%. So big challenge this week to go on the road again for the 3rd straight road game into a really, really hard place to play. A game that's put at night, which always makes it more difficult. So it'll be very challenging for us, against a quarterback that runs around, gives people a lot of problems, and a defense that has limited most of the teams they've played.
Lane, you guys had an incredible number of highly coveted recruits in here on Saturday. Picture perfect weather day. Just curious in broad terms what you thought about that day, the atmosphere that was inside the stadium for those kids to see, and so on.
Yeah, I don't notice, very much in the game with that, good or bad. So it was good to meet with some of them afterwards and hear their reaction. You could just, see it on their face and how they talked about, wow, what an awesome game. The crowd was awesome. Really could see myself playing here. So that was really good. And like I said, that's how it's supposed to be. So we need to keep doing that and having atmospheres like that, just like we need to keep, making sacks and making touchdowns. So it all goes hand in hand. We have a very high expectation here. Like someone said this morning, you guys are bowl eligible. I didn't even realize that. It's not the way we think. And, honestly, trying to change the way a lot of people think. So see if we can get there.
A lot of penalties in that first half. I know it's kind of been an issue all season. At this point in the season, is there anything that you can do to sort of eliminate that or get better in that regard?
Yeah, we post the penalties like we do every Monday morning in here, go over them, show them not just was it a 10-yard penalty, but it was a 33-yard penalty because of the run, and so we had very critical penalties. I told them today, I said, guys, we don't just lead NCAA in penalties. We lead Little League, junior high. There ain't no team that has more penalties than us. So to me, my message was them to this is that good to great thing. What if you're overcoming that because you're good players? What if you didn't do that? Then what would be the result in the game? You're making it very hard on yourself. So to me, that's a big step. Getting healthy, play consistency, limit penalties, and we could go from good to great.
You've been talking about the injuries at skill positions. What's the challenge been for Dontario being kind of the one guy out there that people are keying in on? We saw a lot of the jet sweeps and the quick passes to him. Just how have you found the ways to get the ball to him?
Yeah, that's the first time this year we did that, because we didn't know, Braylon played initially in Tennessee. There was, and so that's the first time really where we said, okay, we're going to move him to all three spots, left, slot, and right throughout the game. Now that slows us down, so our tempo is not the same as it's been, and it's not what we want to have ideally, but, we wanted to make sure he got the ball because, I don't have to read analytics to say this. The guy played 91 plays versus Tennessee and caught 2 passes. That's not a very good ratio for the best receiver out there, so we obviously changed that this week.
What sort of an aspect has Casey brought to this offense since he got healthy?
Tough, physical. I think that, on that note of being physical, that's a big part of our defense. We have physical players playing, and that changes the game. And for everybody around you, like when Springer plays, I think we play different around him. So I think Casey gives us that on offense.
Defensively, Lane, I know Jake has come back, obviously, but have you guys been more, I guess, willing, it looks like, to put a fourth player up at the line of scrimmage, not necessarily a defensive player, but have y'all done that more than earlier in the season?
Yeah, we probably got a little bit safe, a little conservative in Arkansas, and so after that game we just said, hey, we need to be a little more aggressive. And again, we didn't have Springer at that time, so we've been a little bit more multiple. We haven't been multiple in our fronts. We're still basing off the same thing, but we do bring some more people once in a while.
When you face a guy like Bo Nix, what does that change for rushers with his ability to extend plays, as you alluded to? Do they rush differently? What's that like?
Well, let me just tell them exactly what we're going to do. I'll give you coach speak for the first time ever. Basically when you have people like that, you got to stay in your lanes. You got to push the pocket. You got to keep your eyes on them and not try to speed rush. So there's your Coach's Weekly.
Lane, you guys have been playing with a patched up offensive line group now for a couple of weeks. What did you think of their performance on Saturday versus LSU? And what, if anything, can you share with us about the health of that group?
Yeah, it was banged up. We had a lot of different scenarios going in there. At a big parts of the game, you got a guard that just got here from South Carolina, in the middle of camp, and the center that got here, from Utah, a couple of days before camp. So credit to them. We mixed things up in there. Did not have Ben Brown for the game, which was very challenging for us because he's one of our best players and one of our best leaders. So we just have to keep moving guys around. And, our motto kind of has turned into find a way to win, at the end of the games, like the 2 weeks before this. Now with offenses, just find a way to win, with whatever players are going where or whatever we have to do.
You mentioned Ben. Is your hope that he's able to play this week?
Yeah, but I hope everyone's able to play, that.
You talked a lot in the fall about Sam's development. It seems like he's kind of found the way to click. Is this what you expected from what you saw from him in the fall, or is he kind of still surprising you?
This is what we expected when we got here. We'd seen flashes of this. It was very inconsistent. A big reason why he stayed, for this year was to put a consistent film. And that game, he did. If he would play like that every game, he would make a lot of money because he played with a relentless effort, made some great effort plays. And so hopefully he continues to do that.
This is not football, but I'm wondering if you have a favorite in the World Series and any thoughts on the matchup.
I'm not just saying this so I can sound like a cool coach that's so dedicated to his football program. I do not know who's playing the World Series. But I think a lot of coaches say that so they can be like, I don't leave my office. But who is playing, actually? I do not know.
Well, I thought you might have had, with your time out west, a Dodgers affinity. And, of course, it's the Braves and Astros is who's in it. The Dodgers had a chance.
You just confused me. It's a World Series. Oh, it's not the finals yet.
It is the World Series.
So that'd be two teams.
The Dodgers were eliminated by the Braves.
Oh, thank you. You gave me 3. I was very confused. Okay. I didn't even know who was in the semis or whatever they
That
call
just
it.
shows you're thinking
ALCS.
football.
Yes. So we got so many problems on offense trying to figure out who plays somewhere, and, we would do this anyway, but, you kind of heard my frustration after the game. I just get frustrated for Matt. He's got all these pieces moving, and all of a sudden you think you got guys and they get injured, and I know what he could do with those main guys, and he don't want to talk about the Heisman. I just know this. You put on the tape and see what he deals with. Now he has to move around and has to make plays. For some other people, just stand back there for 10 seconds and everybody gets wide open. His job's a lot harder.
I know punting is not necessarily anything you're fond of, but you've got a pretty good one that really played extremely well on Saturday. Just your thoughts on having Mac Brown when you need him.
Yeah, so in our morning meetings, we do players of the week for offense, defense, special teams, and that is probably the first time, and I said, I'm not even excited to say this one bit, but he was a special teams player of the week, so we give him a hat or something. So they were kind of laughing because I'm like, special teams player of the week, Mac Brown, so that's not what we want, him to be the special teams player of the week. But he did do a really good job, and we did not cover the one very well. That one should have been pinned down there too. So, and he's a wonderful kid. What he does off the field's awesome.
Since you brought up the Heisman, I'll ask, do you have any opinion or, thought as to why so many, especially in the national media, don't seem to want to include Matt's name in the Heisman conversation at this point?
Well, I think I can understand that. I mean, I'm not being critical, but it's hard for anybody to watch all the games. They play at the same time, all that and stuff. So I think a lot of those people read stats, and so they don't know who's injured, who he's not playing with, what he has to do, how he has to make plays. So that's just part of it. And, the thing that usually has to happen is you got to keep winning too, which sometimes out of his control, if you're not playing good defense or something. So there's a lot of variables that go into that. Does not make it necessarily every year the best player in college football.
Coach, we've asked you this before, and I know the Heisman's kind of out of control, but pro prospects for him is something he's got to be getting stronger each game out. You've got that background. How does it compare to the field and maybe some quarterbacks you've seen in the past?
Yeah, I don't know enough. Just like people vote on things that really don't know enough. I don't know enough to speak on what's out there because I don't get to watch it enough. I just know this guy plays really well, very competitive. Arm strength, there are no questions. And you see him even under center last week at times, doing pro-style stuff. So I would think he's going to be a very high pick.